It is 1 p.m. You're just in time for K24 Newscast. I'm Brian Amwai with today's latest top stories. On Newscast, President William Ruto holds phone call with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Abductions, accountability and Haiti mission on the agenda. More university lecturers and workers meet MPs from the Parliamentary Committee on Education as confusion about reopening lingers. Examination center managers warned against enabling irregularities as candidates sit the exams on day 5. All right, let's begin. A sign language interpreter at this particular moment is Walter Asewe. Now, Treasury PS Chris Kipto has refuted claims of the finance bill being reintroduced in Parliament through assorted bills. According to Kipto, the government is in a situation where if no action is taken, development cannot be attained as all revenue raised is used to service the loans. Kipto claims that the government has introduced taxation to areas that generate revenue and have remained untaxed for long, like the digital space and agriculture. He says this is an alternative to raising the tax rates for the already taxed Kenyans. He spoke during the release of the annual public debt report in Nairobi.
Because of Gen Z problem, in July, KRA did not manage to raise its target, to reach its target by 35 billion. In July, it did not meet its target by 25 billion. In September, which is normally a good month to collect revenue, it missed its target by 10 billion. In October, it surpassed its target by 8 billion. That means we are recovering. And this is a message I wanted to give to Kenyans, that we are recovering. In the national tax policy, we are trying to focus on the hard to tax sectors. We have sectors that constitute a huge percentage of our GDP, but we are getting little revenue, like the agriculture sector, for instance. And then now with digital economy coming in, it also brings in complexities of collecting tax. So our strategy, therefore, is to focus also on digital economy. Some people are saying asking whether we have resubmitted a finance bill. We cannot resubmit a finance bill because the law is very clear. But we also have a responsibility to play through our cabinet secretary to propose progressive policy reform to the nation through Parliament.
Now, President William Ruto and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Thursday engaged in a phone conversation on different issues that touch on Kenya-U.S. relations. During the phone call, the issue of abduction came to the fore. Now, Secretary Blinken raised concerns about recent cases of abductions and related violence, especially during Kenya's media protests calling on accountability. Blinken also expressed gratitude to Kenya for its ongoing leadership in the multinational security support mission to Haiti and highlighted the importance of restoring peace and security for the Haitian people. The two leaders also addressed the Tumaini Peace Initiative, emphasizing the need for South Sudanese leaders to make the most of the talks in Nairobi to build lasting peace in South Sudan. On Sudan, they discussed coordinating efforts to improve humanitarian access, halt the violence, and initiate a path towards restoring civilian governance. To matters Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang has urged school heads and exam center managers to safeguard their careers by avoiding any involvement in irregularities. Speaking at the Kikuyu Deputy County Commissioner's office during the distribution of the KCSE exam papers, Belio reported that there have been 11 instances of examiners attempting to smuggle mobile phones and other electronic devices into exam centers across the country. He also warned private school directors that failing to register students correctly will be treated as an exam irregularity, which is a criminal offense under the Kenya National Examinations Council Act.
Few incidences of real isolated incidences of telephones. I think across we might have had around 11 cases, I think. And to us, this is a good run this year. And I would want to thank our teachers because we are moving towards ensuring that this is a school exercise, that the schools can be able to manage their processes all the way from teaching to assessment and examinations. Around 2-3 schools where you get our colleagues trying to sneak in information to children. And you know, you are already a principal, you are already running a school. I don't know what else you would want to risk your career to an extent that you do some of these things. I want to urge our parents, let's engage more with our children so that we can protect them against these situations, that we expose them to teenage pregnancies and such other.
Now, Moi University lecturers and workers, together with the Vice-Chancellor Isaac Kosgei, have been engaged in a meeting with MPs from the Parliamentary Committee on Education. The university's reopening amidst the ongoing lecturer strike is part of the agenda. Our reporter Timothy Simwa is on this particular bit. We join him live in Eldoret to get an update on the same. Timothy.
Well, Amoy, we are right in main campus. That's Moi University in Uasin Gishu County, Eldoret. And I'm sandwiched between the workers of Moi University. These are lecturers and the subordinate staff who have been out here to express their concerns. Remember, these are issues that have been around for quite some time. Today marks 77th day, if I'm not wrong, since when lecturers went on strike, plus the workers of Moi University. Coincidentally, today, the Parliamentary Committee on Education, led by the chairperson, that is Tindret MP Julius Meli, they are also here. And early in the morning, we had sort of a heated argument or presentation where the workers and lecturers together were giving their opinions, and I must tell you that they were not mincing their words about what they want to happen. We understand yesterday that the university management through the VC announced the reopening of this institution, but there is no semblance of learning or anything closer to that since when we came here in the morning, and the workers plus the lecturers are very clear on what they want. Let me bring in one of the officials of UWASU from the Moi University chapter just to tell us one or two. For clarity and for the sake of students and parents of Moi University, yesterday the VC Professor Sanga Kosgei came out and announced that this institution had reopened. Kenyans want to know what exactly is happening at Moi University. Have you gone back to class, or what is the state of affairs at the moment?
Thank you very much. My name is Busolo Egesa. I represent UWASU as the Secretary General for the chapter, but I also speak for the leadership of all the workers' unions in Moi University. Thank you for this opportunity. When you have an industrial dispute, normally before resumption of work, there's something called a return to work formula. You must sign a return to work formula which defines how you are going to engage with the employer, between the employer and the employee. I want to confirm here and today that there is no return to work formula signed between Moi University and its workers. For that reason, the strike is still on. So we are on strike and the workers will not be at work. You can take that to the bank. They will not be at work. We are speaking directly to Kenyans at large. We are speaking to parents. We are speaking to the students of Moi University. Please stay at home Do not risk coming to Moi University because you will be misused. The agenda of reopening the university is an agenda of somebody who is trying to save himself. Please do not allow yourself to be punished by someone who wants to save his own life. So please, we are not resuming work any soon until we sign a return to work formula.
Yes, there is a delegation from the National Assembly led by the chairman, Meli. I don't know what this means for you. We saw you giving your opinions when they were out here before they went for a meeting. Does this spell any sort of hope for the lecturers and workers of Moi University? Do you think they're going to give that one solution that will get you back to classes?
Yes, we were meeting as staff of Moi University today so that we could, it's usual for us to engage with our membership to discuss our matters. By coincidence, it happens that the Parliamentary Education Committee happened to be around in Moi University. They seem to have gone around the university inspecting projects and so on. And we are glad to say that they have given us a hearing briefly and allowed us to express to them as workers the issues that we go through and our status as of now. And we are glad to note that the Parliamentary Education Committee has listened to us. All the members of the committee are in agreement that this university needs a new management. And as they engage and they say they are going to come to us a little later, they have confirmed that they have understood the problems, they have listened to us, they have also seen the status of the university, and it is our sincere hope that the Parliamentary Education Committee is going to take action from today.
Thank you very much. Dr. Busole, if you allow me just to speak to one of the KUSU members. I know you also have your part of the bargain that you want to be done by the management of Moi University. Perhaps, how does it make you feel that almost 2 months later, this standoff has not been resolved?
Gloria Kimatu, the organizing secretary, KUSU. As you see here, these staff, they are depressed. We are very sick. 2 months, 84 months of non-remittances, our salaries. In fact, most of us here are in court.
For what reason?
Because the university, the management, the council has not remitted our loans. And what we are saying as staff, we are not going back to work. Actually, we are going to escalate this strike until the government listens and comes to the ground. Today we are delighted. We've seen the Parliamentary Education Committee here. And our expectations here, we want them to deal with the governance of this institution once and for all. We are not going to work and we're not going to relent until all our issues have been resolved. Thank you.
Amoy, in the interest of time, you heard from the officials speaking to us over there. One thing that came out prominently during the public engagement with the parliamentary committee was that the chairman even at some point said they were, pondering about having a caretaker council just to manage this institution in the shorter term before they can find a lasting solution. What they'll be waiting to see will be the outcome of the ongoing meeting at the moment, and whether they'll make good their promise that time has come perhaps to induce the changes that will turn around the fortunes of this institution, which for the longest time has been embattled in a dozen ways. Amoy.
All right, that's Timothy Sim, of course, with an update from the Moi University, and the details of that will be coming your way in our subsequent bulletins at 7 and at 9 p.m. Let's continue. Now, a section of leaders from Northern Kenya and Mount Kenya East counties have called for unity among the Kenyans, insisting the country must move on despite the recent political and legal battles that saw the ouster of Rigathi Gachagua as deputy president. Now, speaking during the inauguration of Mohamed Konso, the new leader of the Borana Council of Elders, the leaders that started unity should start from grassroots, led by Marsabit Governor Mahmoud Ali, Bere North MP Geoffrey Ruku, and the cooperative's CS Weekly for Paranya, the leaders urge the communities to unite towards development.
Lazima jamii yetu ishirikiane na jamii ya Isiolo yote. Hamutaweza kufaulu chochote mkiwa peke yenu. Nyinyi wenyewe muwe kitu kimoja, muwe na umoja, tuhubiri amani na tuwe kitu kimoja na jamii yote ya Isiolo, ndio tunaweza kupata maendeleo tukiwa na umoja na tukiwa na amani.
Utamaduni ni kitu ya maana, kwa sababu utamaduni inaleta community pamoja. Nina furaha watu wa Borana wako pamoja, na mkitaka kitu chochote katika nchi hii, katika serikali yoyote, mpaka mshikane. Nina furaha mna viongozi wengi, mna ma-PS wengi hata kuliko kule kwangu. Mna CEOs wengi hapa nimeona.
Leo tumeanza chapter mpya, ukweli ama uongo? Na hivyo ndio tutaendelea. Hii Isiolo ni yetu yote, na tutahakikisha under the leadership of wazee tutaweka.
All right, 15 minutes past the hour. We take a short break here on K24 News. Cut will be back in a few with more stories, so do not go too far.
Have you watched K24? We would love to hear from you. Send us your feedback on what you like and